Hello, my name is Mario for KX Bodybuilding, and welcome to the channel.
Hey, 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 hey,
Hey guys, so today is Saturday, July 27th. If you guys been watching my past videos, you'll know that I'm on my vacation. Today's my last day of my 10-day vacation. So basically, it didn't go as planned, my 10 days. It's not a bad thing. What happened on last Thursday, not yesterday, but last Thursday, I went for a massage and it released a lot of old injuries. So the body has to recover, which is not always easy, right? It takes a lot of toll on your body. So you have to understand that, and you have to be patient, and you have to adapt. So anyways, yesterday I did legs, which went pretty good. I got a couple PRs, but everything else was, I can see the body is changing and needs to get used to it. So now I'm gonna do arms today. And the reason why I said me and Nick Walker cannot be friends is because I saw a video of his, and he said that anybody that has an arm day, we cannot be friends. That's what he said. So I started laughing. That was pretty funny, because his point is that if you're doing an arm day, it's basically only half an hour. So for him, it's a waste of time, right? So basically, you throw it at the end of your workouts, like at the end of your chest day or back day or shoulder day, whatever you prefer, right? So I see his point, but I just thought that was kind of funny. So that's why I threw it out there. And if you like this video and want to support me, subscribe, share, like, comment, be very much appreciated. Don't forget to stay to the end of the video for a little more motivation. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'll be doing 3 triceps and 3 bicep workouts. So the reason why, even what Nick Walker's saying, it's only half hour. He's got a good point. The point is this: if I'm doing this cable here, right? So I'm doing some cable triceps. I'm doing 3 tricep exercises. So I start out with this here. So I'll give myself 2 warm-ups, right? Then I go straight to my working set. If I go to a straight bar press after that, do I really need to warm up? I mean, I'm not vulnerable in any position, but my triceps are already warmed up, right? I might as well just go straight into my working set. Now let's say for an overhead dumbbell, the dumbbell press or cable press or whatever. Okay, now everything is sort of vulnerable. So give yourself 1 warm up, then go straight into your working set. So bang, done. That's 3 exercises. Your triceps are done. It's just the same way with your biceps. If you give yourself 2 warm-ups in your biceps, go into your working set, and the next one, as long as you're not vulnerable, you can pretty much still go into your working set, or just give yourself a mind-muscle connection set first, right? Which won't take that long. Then go straight into your working set, and if it's something that's not vulnerable, go straight into your working set. So that's why he says, it doesn't take long. So just be aware of that. You don't have to waste your time, by the way. Once the blood's going, once you got pumped up, don't waste your time. So anyways, so that's that. And I'm also going to be showing you some self-spotting. If you don't have a workout partner, then obviously, you can't always go to true failure. And on some exercises, you're kind of stuck that way. You can't go to true failure. But on these here, you can, right? Let's say if you're doing 1 arms, then you can help yourself up a bit with the other arm. So with this here, I already warmed up. I'm only at 40 pounds. The body's adjusting. So this, for the body right now, is heavy. I mean, I used to do one point I was doing 100 or 80 pounds or whatever, right? But if you're not functioning properly, that could have been muscles that should not be using that should not be working that were working. Now I feel like the proper muscles are working, so I have to scale back the weight to let them get stronger, okay, and then I'll build back up from there. So let's start with that there. I'm gonna do as much as I can, then I'm gonna put it down, then I'm gonna go straight, then I'm gonna drop the weight a little bit, then I'm gonna go to one arms, and I'm gonna help myself out, so I'll be going to true failure that way. So let's give it a go. So I'm actually gonna leave it there. It's actually quite light, so I'm gonna go with one arm and see what happens. So 40 pounds for both arms, right? So basically it's only 20 pounds, and I'm going 40 pounds per arm, so I'm doubling it to see what happens. So basically, so I did 7. As you can see, I had to spot myself on my left side. So my left side's weaker. You know, what's nice about self-spotting, guys, when you're spotting yourself, you have to put your mind into your muscles, not just mind-muscle connection. You have to put your mind into your muscles. So really feel the fibers, really feel your muscles. That when you're pushing, you're just helping yourself and you're feeling at the same time. And then you have to focus on your negative. Okay, if your tricep goes, oh, I'm going in my negative, I'm not working, well, that's an issue, because you have to, it means it's most likely too heavy, or you don't have good mind-muscle connection. So it's keep the tension and let it come down, let the muscle learn to work, then push it back, then let it learn to work, and do as many as you can, right? If you notice, my left side, I spotted myself 3 times, the right side, no, I didn't do it at all. So, I mean, it's just an imbalancement there. I didn't go more on my right side than I went on my left. I don't even my right side getting bigger. But yeah, so that's what's thing that's good about doing single arms. You can find those imbalancements and you can self-spot yourself, which will help you repair that issue. So, and one thing I also seen, like Hani Rambo likes to do, is do posing afterwards to keep that tension on the tricep, right? So basically you can do the same thing. Just keep the blood on the triceps. And you can also tap your tricep, feel it out. Yeah, so basically what I do here, so I always do one tricep, one bicep, one tricep, one bicep, one tricep, one bicep. And then that's pretty much it. Also, when I do arms, especially biceps, I like to make sure that my middle traps are woken up. So just because, you know what I mean? Like if you're doing biceps, you want your back nice and strong, the middle traps supporting your shoulders and everything. So it's good to wake those up. So you can do whatever you can do for your middle traps, just wake those muscles up. And yeah, so works out. It's a good suggestion. It's good for structure. So let's go to biceps. So anyways, I'm gonna do my bicep exercise. I just started doing that the other day. I saw Hani Rambo do this with one of his clients, or one of his athletes, Axel. It's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna improvise it for myself. I don't have the same machine that Hani has. But when he had the kid do it, he had his arms on these pads. sorry. You had arms on these pads and he had these handles. He was pulling the weights this way here, so it was a machine. So basically the arms were supported on the pads and then he had the hands on the handles, was pulling this way here. I don't have that, so I'm gonna be using the cable machine. So I'm just gonna grab onto the cables, right? So be in the same sort of position. And then I won't have nothing to put my arms on, so I'm gonna have to hold them up with whatever, well, obviously with my delts and my traps, but it's not perfect, but you know what, you do what you can do. I did the other day, I kind of liked it, so I'm gonna try again today and see what happens. So basically I did about 3 warm-ups on this, so just to get the blood going, but yeah, so now I'm at 30 pounds, see what happens. If I find it too light, I'll just up it up to 40 pounds, but I'm only gonna be doing 1 working set, and yeah, see what happens. Yeah, so that's about it. It's a little rough. You can hear the grinding, but whatever. To do what you can do. So it was kind of light, so I went up to about 15, 16 there. But yeah, so I could really, so I could feel it in the biceps. Now, with something like this, you can't go. You go to your positive failure, but it's kind of hard to go to your negative failure if no one's helping you pull it in. So you can go to your negative failure, and then you can't really do that with one arm. This one here, so just take it. You can just, it's the way it is, right? Some things you can help yourself out, some things you can't. But yeah, so that was pretty good. Then I'm gonna go to my tricep exercise right now. So anyways, now I'm gonna be doing a reverse grip across the chest tricep exercise with the cables here. So there's 2 ways you can do it. The one way you could just grab onto the handle and do it that way there, which will be working your grip as well. If you want to take your grip out of the equation, just get your straps here, put your straps on, wrap it around the handle. That'll take probably most of your grip out of it. But yeah, so it's up to you what you're looking to get out of it. So I'm going to be using my grip, so I'm not going to use this. So basically, like for me, what I did, trying to figure out what weight I wanted. So I went with 30 pounds, but I just put it there. I gave myself a couple of things, and I'm like, okay, that's what I want. So now I just pull back, get myself psyched up, and then get into my working set. So. That's a little light. I already did like 14 reps, right? I'm not gonna pull back, so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So obviously I didn't do a good job of filling out the first time, but whatever. So I went 14 with 30s, and then I went 11 with 40 pounds. So I'm going to do the same thing on my right side. So So yeah, so I did the same thing there. As you're noticing, I didn't have to help myself on the right side. So obviously my right side is stronger than my left. One thing, like this morning, I was laying on a couch and I was just massaging my left forearm here, and it really let go. Now, again, when I was in my 20s, the reason why my biceps are somewhat of a weak point for me is because I got two major injuries in my hand. The one's in this hand here, which I told you guys before, when I put my fist in the wall, so I got like a bump over here. So I'm working on letting that go. Then the other one is my finger here. This finger here. Okay, I actually broke it. I had to shove a pin in this finger. So it's kind of like not lined up properly. So basically, so if I'm pointing, I don't know if you can see that. So it doesn't point straight, so it's kind of crooked. And you can see the scar tissue in the finger and all that. Okay, so this here, you may think, oh, you know, it's just your finger or whatever, right? But no, it's not just a finger. Everything's lined up. So this finger here, it's a big deal, because when I released that, okay, I also felt the right side of my sweep release as well. Okay, so everything's connected. This goes into your chest, tightens up your chest. And then, you know what I mean? Your chest is tight, so your back is tight. It works its way down into your legs, right? So it's a real art form, like trying to find a balance between healing yourself, working out, and recovery and all that. But in order to get proper growth, that's what needs to happen. You need to heal the old injuries in order to move forward. So yeah, I finally got myself a good massage therapist, so she's helping me a lot. And yeah, it's working out good, so we'll see where this takes me. So anyways, this next bicep exercise I'm going to be doing, I saw Hani do it the other day as well, but he was doing it on his machine. I'm going to be doing similar to the same thing, but on lower cables. So I got the incline bench, and I'm going to be doing lower cables bicep curls. So I just did 30 pounds. This is kind of a vulnerable situation because everything's opened right up. Okay, so I did 30 pounds. When I got to 10, I started to struggle, so I didn't go any more. I wanted to go up to at least 40 pounds and see what happens there. So let's give it a shot. Yeah, so I almost got 8 there. Really, that is very vulnerable, and your delts are being involved in there too. So you gotta really focus and put your mind into your muscles. And yeah, so if you notice on 7, I didn't go all the way up because I couldn't, so I just held it there. I do that sometimes just to wake up the muscles. Sometimes you just need to feel the weight and wake up. So then once I felt them wake up, I actually pulled a bit more. So that's a good thing too to do. Your statics can help out on getting a good mind muscle connection. But yeah, that's pretty good. So I almost got 8, so that's not bad. Yeah. So one thing for me too, I don't feel like that crazy pump thing that I don't know you guys may hear. You know what I mean? That like my biceps are like a weak point. I mean, like I said, my injuries is playing a big part of that. Once that gets fixed, we'll see what happens. But you know, I mean, I'm not gonna kill myself to get that pump because A, with my hands that are injured means my biceps are not working the way they're supposed to, so it makes me susceptible to get injured. So I ain't going down that road. So I just play it smart, focus on getting stronger, and yeah, like you don't always have to get that big pump, right? Even Nick Walker was saying the other day, he goes his shoulders doesn't always get that big pump, but they still grow. So everyone's different. So work with your physiology, work with your body type, and don't hurt yourself. If you hurt yourself, then what are you really doing? You're not doing anything. If you're coming to the gym to hurt yourself, it makes no sense, right? So don't hurt yourself, be smart about it, and just focus on going forward. Even if it means just healing an old injury, that's going forward. If it means just getting an extra negative or whatever, like that's moving forward. It doesn't have to be big PRs all the time, right? So move forward, that's all you need to get. All right, so anyways, what I'm gonna be doing now is my overhead tricep extension. From what I understand is that when you're doing stuff like in this area here, it's more of your short heads, and then when you go overhead, it's more of your long heads that are being used. So I usually do 2 short head exercises and one long head. So right now, I'll go straight into what I think will be my working set. And if I need to go heavier, I'll go heavier, but I think that should be it. But just to show you, I don't have to warm up anymore. I'm already warmed up. My body was already put in a vulnerable position, so my shoulders are open right up. So I'm just gonna be careful because it's up here, so it's vulnerable as well for all your shoulders and all that, your shoulder joints. But I'm just gonna go slow, bring it up with 2 hands and see what happens. So I'm at 6. I had to go up to 20. I went 16 pounds. And I went 16 reps on 20, and I went up. So obviously I'm a lot stronger than what I thought. And like I said before, guys, like you never know what's gonna happen. Like when you're healing, things are adjusting. Your body's realigning. Like I'm gonna go up now to like 27-pound dumbbells because I made it myself to end up being 27 pounds. I know it's a weird number, but like I never did that before. Okay, like I was doing 1 ounce before. I would never think about doing that because my shoulders were way too vulnerable. I could feel too much pain in my shoulders. So this is why it's so important to heal yourself. Okay, you're losing so much of your life if you stay injured. You have to heal yourself if you want full potential. So I'm gonna go up here. yeah, so I got 8 out of those. I apologize for the lighting. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. Just work with me here. Yeah, so I did that there. The left side I can feel, like I said before, I can feel my shoulder joints going kind of wonky in the last 2. So obviously those need to get stronger in order to get what I need, right? And I know my left side's tighter than my right. And yeah, so these issues have to be dealt with. And the more you deal with it, the stronger you get, the healthier you get, right? Remember, your health is number 1. Everything is to revolve around your health. If what you're doing in your life does not support your health, then don't do it. So anyways, so now I'm gonna go to the bicep curls. So basically I'm doing the same routine that I saw Honey Redbot do with Axel the other day. So I'm gonna go to hammer curls, and I'm thinking about going to 15 pounds because the biceps are really waking up, so I don't wanna go too heavy. I'm gonna go to 15, see what happens. If I could go heavier, I will. If not, then that's fine, right? Yeah, so as you saw, I had to up it up to 20s and then up it up into those 27 pounds again. I only got about 3 or 4 there, and they're just more partials. So that's okay. More focus on my mind-muscle connection. I thought at one point my right delts were starting to take over. So I just scaled it back and just make sure to get better mind-muscle connection. But yeah, so that's pretty good. Again, like I said before, I don't get that big pump stuff. But you know what? I need to, before I even think about that, if that'll ever happen, I need to heal first and make sure I don't get hurt. Okay, so for me, as long as I'm healing, as long as I'm getting stronger, that's really what's most important right now. Sure, you want the biceps to look good, right? You want the arms to look good. It's the first thing people would really see. But you know what? I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to sacrifice my health and my strength to get that. So be smart about it, and it'll take you far. So anyways, that's it, guys. Again, I just want to apologize for, it's not really the lighting, it's the focus of the camera. Trying to get used to this camera, learn about it. I don't know. Sometimes this is working, sometimes that's not working, you know, and you're like, what the heck, right? You're trying to do all this other stuff, then you got to deal with that. So, but anyways, yeah, so that's the situation there. So anyways, so yeah, it was a good workout. Just remember, you know, when you flex in between your sets, I don't always do it because I don't always remember to do it, but you know what I mean? Bring in the blood flow, right? Feel them out, like even your biceps. Put your hand around your bicep, feel them out, because sometimes that's what it needs. Just to feel, just for someone to touch it, and it'll help activate it, right? So. So pretty good. Feeling not, I guess not that big pump, but feeling tight, feeling strong. Yeah, just to see how things progress, and then adapt and change your workouts to what you need, right? So yeah, we'll leave it there for today. Have a nice day, and we'll talk to you soon.